Behind the scenes of the apps and platforms we use daily, a fierce competition is unfolding in the world of artificial intelligence. Two tech giants, Microsoft and OpenAI, once close partners, are now locked in a strategic rivalry to shape the future of AI. Their contest, less a game of chance and more a calculated struggle for influence, will determine who leads the next wave of technological innovation and how AI transforms our lives. The power to shape how artificial intelligence evolves, who controls it, and how it impacts every facet of our lives. And just when you thought the board was set, a wild card emerges. Unconfirmed reports from Bloomberg in April 2025 whisper that Microsoft is flirting with Elon Musk's xAI, a brash OpenAI critic and rival in the AI arena. It's a potential alliance that could flip the script, injecting chaos into an already electric drama. This isn't your average corporate spat. It's a clash of titans, dripping with ambition, innovation, and enough strategic swagger to make Machiavelli blush. Let's rewind to the halcyon days of 2019, when Microsoft, a grizzled titan with a software empire stretching back to the floppy disk era, locked eyes with OpenAI, a scrappy upstart born in 2015 from the minds of Sam Altman, Elon Musk, and other AI dreamers. OpenAI's early hits, like GPT-2, which stunned the world in 2019 by spitting out eerily coherent text, caught Microsoft's attention. Then came GPT-3 in 2020, a 175 billion parameter beast that could write essays, debug code, and even pen poetry, signaling AI's leap from lab curiosity to game changer. Microsoft didn't hesitate. It dropped a cool $1 billion into OpenAI in 2019, followed by a reported $10 billion more by 2023, per Reuters. This wasn't charity. Microsoft saw a chance to turbocharge its Azure cloud platform and sprinkle AI magic across its product lineup. In return, OpenAI got access to Azure's computational muscle. Think sprawling data centers packed with thousands of GPUs humming through months-long training runs. By 2022, ChatGPT, OpenAI's conversational wonderkind, exploded onto the scene, racking up 100 million users in months, all powered by Azure's infrastructure. The duo's synergy was electric. Microsoft wove OpenAI's tech into Microsoft 365. Imagine Word suggesting full paragraphs or Excel predicting your next budget move, and Azure became the go-to cloud for AI developers. OpenAI, meanwhile, leaned on Microsoft's scale to push boundaries, like launching DALL-E in 2021, a text-to-image model that turned phrases into surreal art. Tech pundits hailed it as a dream team. Old-school heft meets new-school genius. But beneath the surface, ambition was simmering, and the seeds of rivalry were taking root. By 2024, OpenAI's star had gone supernova. Its valuation hit $150 billion per TechCrunch, fueled by ChatGPT's 400 million weekly users and a pivot from non-profit roots to a for-profit juggernaut, eyeing $12.7 billion in 2025 revenue. This shift, cemented in 2023, sparked internal drama, boardroom debates over mission versus money, and drew heavy hitters like SoftBank, which led a $40 billion funding round in 2024. For Microsoft, OpenAI's cash cow status was a double-edged sword. Azure and Copilot thrived on OpenAI's tech, but the pupil was outgrowing the mentor. Microsoft, never one to sit idle, flexed its own AI muscles. In 2024, its AI division, stocked with DeepMind and Google alumni, rolled out Phi 4 and May, models designed to rival GPT-4's reasoning chops. Phi 4 powered Bing's AI-driven search revamp, answering queries with uncanny precision, while May juiced Copilot with real-time analytics for enterprise clients. Microsoft's 2024 AI R&D budget swelled to $20 billion per CNBC, matching OpenAI's war chest and signaling a shift. Why just license AI when you can build it? OpenAI, meanwhile, grew twitchy about its Azure leash. Training GPT-4 cost hundreds of millions, leaning on 10,000 plus NVIDIA GPUs, and future models promised even steeper bills. In 2024, OpenAI inked a $1 billion deal with CoreWeave, a cloud provider specializing in GPU clusters, and tapped SoftBank for a $10 billion data center push, per Bloomberg. These moves aim to slash Azure reliance by 30% by 2027, giving OpenAI room to breathe and flex independently. The once united front was splintering into a classic tech showdown. By 2025, the gloves were off. Microsoft unleashed Phi 4 across its ecosystem. Think Visual Studio auto-fixing code mid-keystroke, or Teams transcribing meetings with near-perfect nuance, billing it as AI born in Redmond. OpenAI countered with a bold play. It's in talks to acquire Windsurf, an AI coding tool formerly known as Codium, for $3 billion, per Bloomberg and CNBC reports from April 2025. Windsurf serves 800,000 developers and 1,000 enterprises, churning through million-line codebases with natural language ease. If the deal closes, it's OpenAI's biggest swing yet, aimed squarely at Microsoft's GitHub Copilot, which boasts 10 million users. Windsurf isn't OpenAI's first rodeo in this space. Its 2024 bid for Cursor, another coding AI, fizzled when AnySphere held firm at a $10 billion valuation. Windsurf's enterprise-grade stability and lower churn make it a sweeter prize, per industry analysts. OpenAI's vision? meld Windsurf into a next-gen coding assistant, accessible via its API, to lure developers crafting AI-powered apps. At 2024's Dev Day, OpenAI doubled down, dishing out $10 million in startup grants and hosting global hackathons to cement a developer army rivaling Microsoft's GitHub empire. Microsoft didn't blink. In early 2025, it integrated Anthropic's Claude model into Copilot, boosting its natural language smarts, and slashed Azure AI pricing by 15% to keep clients hooked. OpenAI fired back with a ChatGPT enterprise tier, bundling Windsurf-like features pending acquisition, for $200 per user monthly, targeting Microsoft's Office 365 base. It's a dizzying dance of one-upmanship, each jab a calculated bid for supremacy in the developer and enterprise arenas. Then came the curveball. Microsoft reportedly cozied up to xAI, Elon Musk's AI outfit, per Bloomberg's April 2025 scoop. The rumor? Microsoft might host xAI's Grok model, a scientific discovery AI launched in 2024, on Azure, diversifying its offerings beyond OpenAI's orbit. Grok's edge in physics and biology contrasts with OpenAI's O3 model, unveiled in 2025, for image-based reasoning, think solving math from photos. Musk, who's slammed OpenAI's profit-chasing since splitting in 2018, adds a personal sting to this potential pact. If true, this could pad Azure's $75 billion cloud revenue, per 2024 figures, and counter global threats like China's $30 billion AI push by 2026, which includes Baidu's Ernie bot challenging ChatGPT. The EU's AI Act, enforced in 2024, piles on pressure with strict transparency rules. Microsoft's multi-model strategy might dodge scrutiny better than OpenAI's concentrated bets. India's $1.2 billion AI fund and Japan's $500 million robotics pivot, both reported by Reuters, further heat up the global race. Microsoft's xAI flirtation, even if speculative, screams geopolitical chess, align with a rival's rival to reshape the board. Zoom in, and this rivalry's core is a brutal tug-of-war over compute power, the oxygen of modern AI. Training GPT-5, slated for 2026, could cost $1 billion, demanding 100,000 NVIDIA H100 GPUs at $40,000 a pop per industry estimates. Azure supplies most of OpenAI's juice, but shortages, NVIDIA shipped just 1.5 million H100s in 2024, drive cutthroat competition. OpenAI's CoreWeave deal and SoftBank's data center gambit aim to secure capacity for models 10 times GPT-4's size, potentially leapfrogging Microsoft's homebrew efforts. Microsoft's not sweating. Its $50 billion data center spree by 2026 per CNBC keeps Azure atop 60% of global AI workloads. New facilities in Virginia and Sweden, packed with custom silicon, bolster its grip. But OpenAI's diversification could siphon $5 billion in Azure revenue by 2028, analysts warn. The broader industry's $100 billion compute splurge, Amazon's $20 billion, Google's $15 billion, underscores the stakes. Whoever masters this resource war builds the brawniest AI, dictating the rivalry's endgame. Amid this war of models, clouds, and billion-dollar alliances, a deeper question echoes. What kind of intelligence are we really building? Is this a tool to augment human minds, or a race to replicate and maybe replace them? Are we coding conscience into silicon, or just accelerating pattern recognition at unfathomable scale? For all the benchmarks and boardrooms, no company has yet answered. What happens when these systems stop just predicting our words and start shaping our beliefs? Microsoft, OpenAI, xAI, Anthropic. These aren't just brands, they're competing philosophies. One sees AI as Copilot, another as Oracle. One wants alignment, another wants autonomy. One warns of doom, another promises salvation. But all are sprinting toward a finish line no one fully understands. And in the background, humanity itself is evolving, reliant on systems we barely control, governed by algorithms we can't see. The real stakes aren't just economic or technological, they're existential. In this race to build minds, we might be reprogramming our own. Whether it's liberation or dependency, progress or peril, that's the paradox of this age. We're teaching machines to think while forgetting to ask why. Step back, and it's a tech soap opera with a twist of comedy. Picture two master chefs, Microsoft and OpenAI, sharing a kitchen until one builds a rival bistro next door. They sling bold dishes, 5-4, Windsurf, poach each other's sous chefs, and occasionally Microsoft invites OpenAI's loudest heckler, Elon, to taste test the chaos. It's absurdly strategic, unfolding on a global stage where the audience, us, marvels at the spectacle. The finale's unwritten. Could their old partnership rekindle, or will competition shatter the AI landscape? Regulators loom large. The FTC's 2025 probe into big tech AI deals, per The Verge, might clip monopolistic wings, while the EU's AI Act could mandate open model audits by 2026. Ethical storms, AI safety, bias, job losses, rage on, with xAI and Anthropic, $9 billion funded, preaching responsible AI. Tech wildcards like quantum computing, IBM's 2025 breakthrough, or Meta's Llama 4 could crash the party. Google's DeepMind, quietly training Gemini 2, waits in the wings. With $150 billion in combined AI bets per industry tallies, the prize is seismic. AI as humanity's liberator or divider. The chessboard's alive, pieces sliding fast. Will Microsoft's scale trump OpenAI's agility? Or will a dark horse steal the crown? Grab your popcorn, this AI epic's just hitting its stride.